During Cryptic Iron Fist 4, we saw some new faces rise to the top. But in stories about consistency, there's no one better to talk about than the person that is the gatekeeper of the fortress that is the top 8. The Winter Fortress, Gaergaeaf. With multiple top 8s and incredible consistency in both online and offline events, they've been an up-and-comer and a dark horse in many brackets in the past. However, what will they need to do to eventually claim the title of Iron Fist champion? This is Gaergaeaf. So, in recent brackets, you've been extremely consistent. You've been reaching top 8s and making deeper bracket runs most of the time, coming from the loser's side, to be fair. What do you think about the consistency and, like, what have you been doing to get to that level? And what do you think you need to do to break through into more of those, like, podium finishes?
Now, I'm not much known as much of a knowledge checker. Like I mainly able to be consistent by sticking to my formula of testing people's knowledge or comfort when it comes to facing bear players.
Mm,
Because I'm aware that not every player is comfortable fighting bears, as they're a bit of a low tier pick, or they're like not really used all too much. So I abuse that in a way so I can basically put every trick in the book and see if they're ready for it. And when it comes to breaking through, I just need to be more fundamentally sound against those players that are ready for everyone, like Tibitano. Like he seems to be like a massive roadblock for me, all these type of players. But like ones of those caliber, I just have to be more fundamentally sound and just stop, like put a little bit foot on the brakes, like just slow it down and try to break them apart via poking or very slow down gameplay rather than this fast pace, like QCF2 to mid low rage art type of stuff I'm
yeah.
aware of.
So a lot of people are seeing you as this kind of up and comer, but as someone who's known you since Tekken 7, the consistency's always been there. So do you think you have a bit of a longer way to go, or is it just a couple of small infractions that's causing you a little bit of pain?
I feel like I do have a long way to go because, like, in season one of Tekken 8, I would say I was getting quite highly placed, not because of my fundamental skills, more like I was abusing the system much earlier than others because I picked up quite a lot when it comes to the heat, the Oki situations, and the spike combos. I picked them up quite easily because I was like, oh, this is busted. This is just like, why does this exist? So like at the start of season one during April, I picked up Tekken 8 much faster than other people do. Like they were still stuck in Tekken 7. But in terms of still having a long way to go, because like a lot of players like Cloud, Richie, the local, like they know my play style to a T. Like
Mm.
I struggle to beat them just because they know me. And that's my issue is a lot of people who know me, they won't have much of an issue beating me. So I have a long way to go because I just need to find a way of beating people who do know me.
Okay. So, as well as people saying you're an up and comer, there's quite a few people also saying that you're a dark horse in any bracket you're in. So, what do you think about that? And do you think you could beat literally anyone given the day?
Oh yeah, I'd say if I can beat anyone on a good day, but I'd say it's much more I can beat anyone on their bad day. If my opponent's having a bad day, I can make it so much worse because I'm that type of person that will make you frustrated at the game. I wouldn't say I'm hated,
Mm.
but people do have taken notice on how I play and just how infuriating I can make the gameplay seem. I can make it either really boring for someone, or I can just make it so uncomfortable that they just start to hate me in general.
Yeah.
But in terms of like being a dark horse, it's just because I'm in every tournament. If I see an online, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm just in.
Speaking of onlines, let's talk about strategy in terms of Iron Fist 5. As someone who's been consistent with Panda throughout many, many years, and I know that, but you also have a couple of secondaries in the back, like Azucena or Dragunov. How does that play into your strategy, and do you plan on bringing them out during Iron Fist 5?
When I plan to bring out Senna or Dragonov I've not really been playing much, but that's because like Dragonov is by far my most inconsistent character. But when it
Mhm.
comes to Senna, I usually bring her out on situations like the opponent I'm facing is well known for a good keep out or plays quite defensive, and I need to chip him down at a much slower pace. It also comes to characters. Like, for example, if I'm facing a big body, I'm more torn between Azu because Panda has issues with doing massive combos on big bodies because of the hitbox issues. So it usually comes down to the individual player's playstyle and if they're running a big body.
Yeah. So, as someone who's consistently been able to make a deep run, especially through loser side, do you think you're someone that kind of needs that momentum to make deep bracket runs, or do you just think you're, that clutch? And what do you think is stopping you from making that winner's side of top eight instead of loser's side top eight?
I mean, I have made quite a few winners top eights
Hmm.
before. I would say I've definitely done losers, but like
Hmm.
I feel like the thing that helps me is that I'm not particularly effective if I go into lose. It's like it is what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Like I just shrug my shoulders and just keep on pushing through. And normally, like when it comes to loser brackets, it can be a bit more interesting because like you can have like someone who might be just picking up the game, might be like Fujin, and then instantly afterwards you get given like God1. So like it can be a bit stressful with like the power level in losers compared to winners, which is much more consistent. But like I'm still ready for any opponent, no matter what skill level or what their play style is. I'm just more prepared because joining all these onlines honestly has gave me a lot of information on so many players that even like players who don't join many onlines, like because I've been in the online scene for so long, if I've seen you join an online for months ago, I'll still know how you play months in advance.
Yeah. So, talking about being able to, get information and take on anyone, as someone who's made multiple upsets and brilliant victories, such as against Sama in Iron Fist 4, is there anyone in particular that's your bracket demon or that you're gunning for in Iron Fist 5?
Tibitano.
I know you mentioned Tibetano earlier, and obviously that's a big thing for you. So, is there anything you want to prove heading into Iron Fist 5?
Next thing, if I was going to be in Iron Fist 5, next thing I can prove is I can stand with these top players who constantly get like high Tekken World Tour points, like they get high placements in that. I want to show that I can stand with them.
Well, okay, thank you so much. That was brilliant. Much appreciated.